Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to the Deep Space Carrier series here in Elite Dangerous. As stated yesterday, I kind of made a mistake in my scheduling this week, so we will have a second mining video. And I guess it will be kind of like a compare and contrast versus what we did in the Type 8 yesterday versus our mini laser mining setup that we have for the cutter here. So we're going to double check and make sure that we have everything we're supposed to have. We have 3 Class 2 mining lasers and then the 4 Class 1, the engineered Class 1 mining lasers over here. That's mostly because the class, even with just 3 Class 2s on here, it burns out our capacitor quite a lot. And, you know, on this one, I do have engineered power distribution, but it's just one of those things that you know, it only works as long as it works. So yeah, we have all of that. I also did make sure to go ahead and fill up on limpets so that this time we don't have to go back and do that again, because that's really annoying when that happens. So we'll just double check our inventory over here. We have tritium. Oh. All right, so we made 38 tritium in the last episode. That's how much we made in the 30-ish minutes that we spent doing that. So, yeah, let's go ahead, head out of here, and take our cutter over there and see if maybe we can do a little bit better with a bigger ship with more lasers. And, you know, the cargo space obviously doesn't necessarily matter that much, but at least with this one, you know, with 384, almost 400 units of cargo space available. No reason why we can't stay out there the entire time and get all the tritium we need in one cargo scoop. So, whatever, you know what I mean. And a few messages. Alright, so they finally got Titan Raijin taken care of. Congratulations to Battle Vortex and all the other guys out there taking care of the Thargoid situation in the bubble. We're continuing on our way out to Colonia. For those of you who are just joining the series right now, we have our fleet carrier on its maiden voyage. And yeah, so we're just trying to get into the groove of things with support nearby in case we need it. But ideally, we're gonna get all the way to Colonia without having to stop off for fuel once. If we can figure all of that out, we'll be able to take our carrier out into deep space with no problems. That's kind of the idea. Before we get too far in the video, I'd like to ask you to help us reach 10,000 subscribers by hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button to spread the video out to more people, and give them a chance to watch and subscribe as well. Then when you're done watching this video, check out the more than 1,700 other videos on the channel itself. I play a bunch of different games, and you're bound to find something that you are interested in watching. Alright, so we're going to do 5 seconds. Close enough. Start slowing down, and then hopefully we get close enough and we find our nice little tritium deposit that we've been working on. I guess we got to get a little bit closer. A little bit closer even still. There we go. We'll just lock the destination because, again, we're going to try to position ourselves outside, towards the outer edge of the tritium hotspot so that we can use the hotspot target itself as our guide to try to, you know, make sure we don't accidentally remine asteroids that we've already done. So ideally, we'll be able to go more or less in a straight line and just find what we need. I believe I already set up, I'm pretty sure I set up all the fire groups for this, so yeah, that should all be good. This is our tritium hotspot. We'll set ourselves up in line with the stripes on this so that we can put ourselves in a hopefully more dense area. As I said, Rough Keef or something like that was the channel that I used to outfit this cutter. So we'll see if all that works out the way we think it was. I haven't found the pulse wave analyzer making much of a difference. As a matter of fact, glowy rocks seem to, on average for me at least, provide less opportunities at actually mining things, at mining tritium, so not really going to pay much attention to that. We'll go after this big thick ring, this big thick brighter section right here, and hopefully that'll end up being what we need. Slow down so we don't have anything stupid happen. And away we go. Boost down to the rocks, then we'll start pointing ourselves toward the hotspot target. That'll give us a point of reference. Oh, I hope I don't run into anything. Okay.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Let's see, we want to get our prospector limpet going. Get our engineering, our stuff set up to our weapons and our shields. And away we go.
Shields offline. Power plant capacity exceeded. Cargo scoop deployed.
Not bad. So at this point, so the way that this ends up working is I can continuously run my Class 2 mining lasers. I mean, I guess it does seem to burn through the stuff pretty quickly. Yeah, that's definitely much faster. So now we can sit here and kind of get to the other side. Oh, wrong key. Now we can sit here and get to the other side and send out some more of these probes, and while we wait on the limpets to pick up all of our stuff. So yeah, I mean, that definitely was quite a bit faster. And then because we're waiting over here, we can just go ahead. Oops. The reason why we have these 4 Class 1s is because they have a much longer range. So I can start mining this one while we're waiting for the rest of the tritium here to get picked up. And then we move on, and then, you know, sometimes we could be already completely finished with this one. We can start on another one if it's close enough. Actually move a little closer and see if maybe I can start. Can't. Doesn't seem like we can quite get our Class 2s on there. Yeah. So, yeah, the only thing about this is that you end up you need to be relatively close to the asteroid to use your Class 2 mining lasers, but it looks like they've picked up all of the pieces now, so we'll get a little closer and hopefully start getting our Class 2s on this. There we go. The only reason why this ends up kind of not working the way this kind of ends up not working out in a way that feels faster is that, you know, if I end up having to wait on my limpets to get around to grabbing all of this stuff, then it ends up taking the same amount of time anyway. All right, I don't want to get too far off course here from the things here, so we'll move ourselves a little bit over this way, and then we'll ping this guy. But at least we can start, you know, because we're able to spend a little bit more time looking around rather than actually mining the stuff, then it gives us a little bit more time just like that. And now I can start mining this. Oh, I got hit by the... Yeah, I was getting smashed by the asteroid. Oops. It's the only thing that sucks about not having strong shields. I just want to take a second and look at... Yeah, there's a lot of There's a lot of tritium fragments just kind of hanging out. We do have our multi-limpet controller set up to collector limpets, so we should be getting a bunch of... Jeez. We're getting smashed by our thing. Yeah. So this is the part where I run into, you know, the Class 2 mining lasers aren't really helping me out that much, because by the time my limpets have picked up... Oh, I guess they've all moved forward. I feel like it left some behind, though. There we go. We'll get over here. And we'll get this one done, and then we'll start prospecting some other ones. And hopefully by the time we finish mining this, one and get prospecting, find another one, the drone. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if the drones are going to go that far away, because you can see at the bottom of the radar there's a bunch of pieces down there. I don't know if maybe I'm just too far out now. I think they're going to start focusing on these ones over here, and not go after the ones that are already back. So that's a problem. That's fine. We'll just we'll sit closer, hopefully over here.
Programming limpet drone.
And ideally, our limpet drones will go after all of that.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet
So we'll point at this one. We're just going to keep trying to, like,
asteroid scan complete.
while we wait on the limpets to grab all of this stuff. So I think what I need to do is I also need to add collector limpets onto the prospector limpet part of this.
Limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone.
So that one has a lot.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
We can already go ahead and start grabbing some of this. But see, we've already got 3 asteroids ready to go, and I just don't... I'm not seeing the benefit of having the large... Like, if we could...
Prospector limpet engaged.
Why do I have... Did I damage one?
Asteroid scan complete.
Not really sure what's going on with my laser there. Also not sure what's happening with my shields. Is it off? Oh. Okay. I don't really need the pulse wave analyzer. Do we still not have shields? Yeah, shield generator's online. I'm not sure. Okay, now it's charging. Well, that would explain why we were taking damage. The actual shields weren't online. I haven't used this ship in a while, so I forgot what all the settings and stuff I needed for it were. Okay, it seems like we can start moving forward towards this one a little bit and get a little closer to our stuff that's being picked up over here on our left side. But again, like, by the time we finish picking up all of these, I'm not sure why my collector limpets are saying out of range. But we're going to be done with this guy, like, long before we even finish picking up the stuff from this rock here. So I'm a little bit leery of the class 2 lasers actually making a difference. I mean, obviously it makes a massively it extracts massively faster, but you have to be right on top of it. So unless you're lucky and you get like 2 or 3 rocks that are all like right next to each other, all right. So this is definitely worth going for. But again, we have to sit here and wait for the rest of these that are being picked up right now, and we still have that entire other rock. I mean, it's great that we're finding all of this tritium. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not seeing the benefit. I'm not seeing the benefit. I mean, how much we've already picked up? We're up to 60 already now, which is good. But we're more or less just using our class 2 lasers anyway. So what I need to do is I need to get a little bit over here so we can be kind of close to everything. Then we can finish this off. I mean, I guess, but I was going to say, I guess the benefit is that I can spend more time prospecting if I'm able to get close enough to the rock to finish these off quickly while we're waiting for these, which, you know, ostensibly makes sense, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. It helped us finish off that asteroid much quicker, so now we can spend some time, you know, prospecting. I don't feel like I had this same amount of time in the Type 8 when we were doing this stuff. I felt like we were finishing up, and just as we were finishing up, it's time to move on to the next one.
Prospector limpet engaged.
So, I don't know. I don't know. It does feel like we're mining faster in this one. I don't know if it's actually true or not. We had, what, 30-something when we started? 38 when we started? And we're already over 60. I mean, I guess it feels like it's probably about the same. It's probably about the same. All right, I'm going to start moving forward because I feel like the highest density area is above us. So maybe we can get some more. If I can get close enough to get my here we go. If I can get close enough to get our Class 2 lasers in on the action, we can finish this guy off and start prospecting for yet another one to go for. Oh, as I keep forgetting to pay attention to turning off the Class 2 lasers. All right, so we'll try to make sure that whenever we're targeting anything, we keep the tritium hotspot in our sights there. So that way we're continuing to go in a relatively straight line. So we'll wait for that one. That one's pretty good, but not great. Let's look at this one here. I mean, we see all of those little pieces down on the right side, which means that we left some stuff behind us. This is the part of the process that's a little bit frustrating because it's like, you know, I don't want to go back for that stuff, but at the same time, that's stuff that we mined, so it's kind of annoying. So I think what I'll do, I will also adjust my fire groups to make it so that our collector limpet is on item number 1 here, so that we can use our. Wait, hold on. I want. Yeah, there we go. Oh, do I have to have something targeted? That's fine. This one has over 10% tritium, which is my limit for these, so we might as well go ahead and grab these now. All right, it does look like they are going to grab some of the random fragments that I was worried about. So as long as we sit here and wait for it to happen, it seems like it works out okay. I don't want you to do that, please. We're wasting laser power on something we've already mined. All right. Yeah, seems like everything's going. It seems like we cleared out most of what was behind us. So we'll go ahead and move forward and see if. I mean, at some point, I guess we got to start saying, from a time efficiency standpoint, maybe leaving some things behind us ends up being faster overall because we're not sitting around and waiting for things to happen. So. Get this one here. Okay, if that one doesn't turn out to be anything, we'll check out this one here and the next one above it. Nope, nothing on that one. From what I've seen so far, and I've said this before, it seems like the bigger, smoother rocks tend to have more tritium in them than the other stuff. Yeah. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed. But I mean, you can see, like, now to our there's a bunch of pieces just kind of sitting off to our right. I thought we picked them up, but when we change our angle, it makes everything different and it makes it look different. Prospector limpet engaged. Unfortunately, no. Asteroid scan complete. I'm going to reposition to make it a little quicker for our limpets to get this stuff a little better. That way they're not having to swing around us to get under us. I guess we could send one off that direction. See if maybe we can head off to that far asteroid over there. Once we're done picking up this stuff over here. Up to 73 now, so we just need like 200 more units. A fair bit of that will be done on my own time, trying to make that work. 3%? I don't think so. So, All right, yeah, they are going around and grabbing all the little random pieces. So you either have to, if you're going for completion, you have to sit around and you end up having to sit around and wait for a long time anyway, which isn't the best. Let's check out this one here. But at least we're able to spend. At least we're able to spend. Oh, it's gonna hit this rock. I was trying to go after this one, but the other rock got in my way.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
All right. That works. And because we've pretty much caught up with everything, we can use our Class 2 lasers to blast through this. So, I mean, having the Class 2 lasers at our disposal is a help when we get into situations where we've lost the groove, I guess, and we need to kind of speed things along to get back into collecting. So, I think the other part of this is I need to make sure I'm swinging myself around these, so that way we can keep moving on when we're done with one. I want to be able to turn around when I'm done here and then start pinging asteroids again. Alright, so now we can get back onto the turn rate. The turn rate on this thing is just, ugh, it hurts. But it's like, again, we're not really trying to move very quickly through all of this stuff. We are trying to focus on just like, we're now back in the prospecting stage while we wait on our limpets to collect all of our stuff, so I guess there's that. Mining, it seems to be more of a mindset thing. You gotta pick your poison. All right, there's nothing on that one. So while we're waiting for our limpets to pick all of this stuff up, we can be prospecting and looking for something else. That way, at the very least, we're minimizing downtime. Just waiting for that to hit. Eventually. Yeah. Not getting much in the way of tritium on these. So.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
Okay. Just trying to keep an eye on the radar down there, just to see when they're more or less done grabbing stuff. If we don't get anything on this guy here, we'll try to get this really big fat one behind him. Oh, 19%. See, so like the type of asteroid sometimes just doesn't seem to matter.
Asteroid scan complete.
All right, see, this is why we have the long-range lasers, because now I can sit here and wait for my limpets to finish gathering up the stuff that we had, mine a fair bit of this while we're far away, and then we can close the gap and hopefully finish it off with the Class 2 lasers once we get over there. I'm going to wait for the last set of limpets over there to grab all my stuff. The reality is that sometimes... Oh, I thought it was grabbing them. The reality is that these engineered Class 2 mining lasers are actually pretty good, so... Like, by the time we get over there, it's going to be mostly done anyway. Yep. So we'll check out this one.
Prospector limpet failed.
5%. Not really worth our time. We'll check out this small little fragment here, and then this one off to the right.
Asteroid scan complete.
Nothing really on that one.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete.
All right, give us some good stuff. Nope. Let's check out this other big guy back down here. I know it's kind of hard to tell that this isn't one big asteroid. There's another big one behind this small one that we looked at a minute ago. So we're gonna check this guy out. Let's see if he has anything cool on him. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So we'll start mining this guy while we wait for the limpets to grab all the rest of the other ones. But again, we're gonna have this one mostly finished before we finish getting all of these. So, I think the update that we're gonna need to make to this is I'm gonna have to figure out getting another limpet controller on here so we can speed up the collection process, because that's the bottleneck that's happening right now. The collectors just aren't. They're not fast enough. 8 collectors with the amount of stuff that we're mining just isn't fast enough. Do we even have 8 collectors out right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to grab here, and it's just 8's not enough. We really need a lot more. So, anyways, this is going to be my process for the rest of the week until we get to the live stream. I mean, we have already gotten 81. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. I would really like to get the process much faster, though, so I will probably end up heading back to the carrier after, for my next mining session to see if I can put on another 1 or even 2 more limpet collectors. I can sacrifice some cargo space to make room for that, so that we could, because I don't need massive amounts of cargo space. I need 270 units for the 3 jumps that we need to get done. So, worst comes to worst, I can sacrifice 2. Did I accidentally, or are they going after them? Are they going after them now? Worst comes to worst, I can just make 2 trips rather than just getting it all in one shot, because I was already planning on making multiple trips in the Type 8 anyway. So, it's not really that big of a difference to make 2 trips in this and just have a lot more collectors out there, making the process go much faster. So I think that's where I need to be. But anyways, that's going to be enough for this particular episode. Hopefully you guys had fun. Be sure to click the like button if you did to spread the video out. Subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member if you'd like early access to videos, among other perks. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to come back for our weekly live stream on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific and the further videos that will follow that next week. See you then.